Wait up. I got a lot of candy, guys. World Trigger. Episode 4. When the fuck were you last week? I needed my World Trigger fix, man, and it wasn't here last week, so I'm glad it came this week. Happy. And we left off where we left off 2 weeks ago with Kitora. Kitora. Now this chick right here, man. I don't know, man. She could be my favorite girl of the season. I'm being serious when I say this because I don't know what about her. Like, I always like the Cinderella kind of girls. I do. But I like them more when they have a funny quirk. And this girl, it's just fucking funny. I cannot stop laughing when she's on screen. Really. The whole bit of her, she's supposed to be this arrogant, this tsundere, self-centered, conceited, strict girl. She's supposed to be that, but when she's talking to Yuma and Osama, it's just very, very funny. I just like her attitude, honestly, man. I like her attitude. Because she's cocky, but it works with her. It works with her character nicely. I just like it. We see that we're still at the school. They're still saying that Osama should be punished, especially Kitora is the one that's actually suggested, saying, hey, you fucked up, you're gonna get punished badly. And then Yuma, this is when Yuma shines also, man. Yuma, man. At first, it was getting kind of old, you know, he was acting the same way, but now that I see more of him, he's actually a very good character. He's actually really, really funny, and I love his attitude too, man. He just goes up to Kitora to say, what do you mean? Like, he saved us all. You should not be mad at this guy. You should be praising him. And the reason you're mad is because he gets some praise. And then, Kitora, her face is like, huh? So she's obviously either jealous, or maybe she has a little crush. She's only 15. She's in middle school. She's in middle school, right? Yeah, she's in middle school. And isn't Osama in high school? His first year of high school? If I recall right, I'm not sure about that. So, they make a good pair, I guess. And Yuma is just a pro, man. He keeps on burning Kitora in and out. Like, there's no way she could think of a comeback for this guy. Yuma, you're the man. It's really, really funny. In the end, Ashiyama says, I'll try making the punishment as less strict as I can, and so it won't be that bad. And then they leave off. And then, Asuma, even though he's a weak guy, even though he's a scrub, even though, he's not the strongest character, he still has honor. He decides to go to the Borders agency to, receive his punishment. One of the things I liked the most from this episode was the fact that, Suma's still depressed. He's saying, I did not save anybody. You're the one that saved me, Yuma. But Yuma actually explains it a little bit more and says, what are you talking about? I only saved you. You're the one that evacuated everybody from the building. And then I'm like, oh, that's pretty true. And, this just shows that Yuma does have compassion for Osama. And, they're getting closer. They're getting a close bond, like a brother bond. And he's looking out for him. And it wasn't like the first episode. Because the first episode, remember that Yuma lets the other guy punch Osama right in the face. And so he didn't really, care much about it. But now I think if, somebody did try, hurting him again, he would actually step in the way and say, you better back off. That kind of relationship. So I could see their bond getting closer, stronger over the course of these 4 episodes. And then the funniest part for me, at least, was the next scene when we see Kitora waiting outside for both Asuma and Yuma. And then there's some person trying to take a picture of her. And then she's like, hey, don't do that. What do you think? I'm some kind of celebrity? She takes a photo. And then Kitora's like, hey, what did I tell you? Another photo. Then sooner or later you just see her posing for the photos like a celebrity. So that really had me cracking up, man. That was really funny. And it's funny how most people don't like these kind of girls with attitude, that are that are conceited, self-centered. But if you just put a quirk, a silly quirk, any stupid quirk into these girls' gag, you just instantly like these characters. And that's what happened with Kitora, really. Because last week I did not like her. I did not like her attitude at all. But now can't get enough of her, man. And then while they were walking, to the agency, this other huge neighbor showed up. It looked like a slug, those nasty slugs, the big banana slugs. It was just floating around the city. I guess it's called the Ilger. And this is a new type of neighbor that they haven't seen before. But obviously, Yoma knows what this neighbor is, since he's a neighbor. It starts bombing everything, pop, pop, pop. And then she decides to do this by herself. But before that, they had more dialogue and, more funny shit. The things they say, man, it's just really funny. Asuma starts telling Kitora, he says this, Like, Kitora, what's gonna be the punishment? And then she replies, I quote, Kitora, San. So yeah, that just shows how she is, man. That little scene right there just showed who she is as a character. And then, she goes off, and we see that she's already, pretty strong. She's already really experienced in combat. She gets on the slug. The slug had like little eyes growing on his back. It exploded, but she used some defense thing. I don't know what the hell that was, but it was awesome. She survived, and then we see a little cool pose of her saying it's time to trigger off, something like that. And then Usuma's there in a town saving people and stuff. Good episode, really good episode, good build-up episode. I could see somebody else interfering in this match. I don't think that Kitora is going to be able to stop this slug. I don't think so at all. Just to, to maybe humble her a little bit, because she believes she could destroy anything. Really, she's that kind of person. She believes she could destroy the slug easily, and she's very cocky. So this will be a little humbling experience for her. I do believe this is an episode where people find out who Yuma is, and he's gonna reveal his trigger, and then people are gonna figure out who he is, like a neighbor. So I think that will be next week. And 2 weeks ago I said that I thought Ishiyama would be a neighbor, because from the opening he had the black cube, but a lot of people say he's not Ishiyama he's not the Ishiyama that saved Osama back in the day. They just look the same but different hairstyle, different hair color. So now with that, I'm assuming this thing. You could say I'm wrong or anything, but I believe neighbors, the neighbor universe, and this Earth universe, they're pretty much the same, but they just have opposites. You get me? Yeah. Okay. How about this? Okay. Analogy. Ashiyama. Earth has an Ashiyama. The one that saved Osama is the Ashiyama from the neighbors. There. You get it? Yeah. So everyone has like a doppelganger, but a neighbor form of that doppelganger. So that's what I'm gonna predict. They don't have to look the same. And I'm being serious. I think that's true. I really do think it's true. Because when I look at it even closer, we know that Yuma's a freaking neighbor. But, as I said before, they don't have to look the same. So I could say this. Yuma is the neighbor. And who would be the Earth Yuma? A girl. And you know who that girl is? The girl that Osama keeps thinking of. The girl, I forgot her name. Akira, I think like that. I think that's going to be the Earth Yuma. That'll be pretty cool, huh? We'll see what happens, man. What do you guys think of my theories? Like it or not? I'm eating candy. Leave your thoughts down below, guys. Thanks a lot. Take care. Be safe. Have an awesome day. Really good episode. Peace.